Hi, I'm Sophie. Today we're going to talk about tripod headstand. In one of my previous videos, we did the normal headstand where you take the hands on the back of the head and you place the forearms down on the mat. This one's slightly different because we're going to have the head down on the mat still, but we're going to have the hands in a position like this so the elbows are a 90-degree angle, very similar to in crow pose. So to start preparation for our tripod headstand, we're going to come down onto the mat and you're going to place your head down onto the mat so that you get the sort of middle of the head about here, centrally on your mat. From there, you're going to make sure that your hands are further enough back so that you can create this 90-degree angle with the elbow here. You don't want to be so far forward that the elbows are pointing back like this, or so far back that you can't really press down through the wrists. It's a very important component of this pose, is really pressing through the hands and obviously engaging your core as well. And if you can't press down enough, you're going to take too much weight into the head and this can cause compression through the spine, which of course we don't want. So, coming down, popping the head onto the mat, walk your hands back until they're at a 90-degree angle. And then you're just going to maybe hang out here for a little bit and start to draw in through the belly, engage through the core and press into your hands. Feel the shoulders engage and try to take the weight out of your head. You should feel light pressure on the head, but there should not be any pain. And if you do feel any pain on the top of the head or through the neck, please come out straight away, and as this pose may not be suitable for you. So from there, we're then going to come into a downward facing dog. So coming into your downward dog, we're going to again press into the hands, engage through the core. You're just going to breathe here, sort of 3 to 5 breaths, however long is comfortable. And again, that may be where you're staying today. This is a pose that takes a while to cultivate, and it also takes a while to get used to the positioning on the head and through the hands. So do have a go a few times with this, and then if you feel like moving on to the next step, you can take it from there. So the next step after this is to come into your down dog, and then just start to tap one knee to the chest, other knee, and then placing one knee up onto your upper arm, and the other knee. Bring the toes together to touch. Balancing here in kind of a head down crow pose, again for 3 to 5 breaths, and then make your way back out. So, if you found that comfortable, you then can start to move on to the next stage of the pose. However, this is much easier to balance in this pose than it is coming all the way up. And I don't want anybody to kick up. You want to use core strength to curl out a little ball to come all the way up. So you might want to practice just that for maybe a week or so. And when you feel confident, then move on to the next step. Obviously, you would be practicing this always with a wall in front of you. I've not got the wall here, but just imagine that my wall is here. And if I did fall forwards, the wall would catch me and stop me from falling over in any way. So for the next step, I find it nice to actually roll over my mat a little bit, just to give your head a little bit of extra padding. You're going to take your hands down onto the mat again and come up into that half crow pose. And then you're going to start to draw the knees into the tummy and come up into this little ball. You're going to work here and just try and hold again for 3 to 5 breaths. And then making your way slowly back down. So before even attempting to roll up into the full thing, you really want to feel confident in that position. And to be confident in that position, you're pressing firmly through the hands and really engaging through the belly. Finally, if you want to come all the way up, you're going to do the exact same thing again. Coming into your tripod, and then draw the knees in, and slowly curling yourself up. And then coming out the same way, curling yourself all the way back down. When you're up there at first, you might just be coming up, coming down straight away. You might try and stay there for 3 to 5 breaths and hopefully eventually maybe 15 breaths. Thank you very much for trying tripod headstand with me today. I hope that you found the instructions clear and useful, but if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask below, or if you'd like to subscribe, you can do so above. Thank you very much, and namaste.